Hi, Kurt. Thanks so much. Good morning to you at home. Well, it's seen as one of the most pivotal battles of World War I. And 95 years ago, Canadian soldiers captured Vimy Ridge. Today, hundreds will gather in France and right here in Ottawa to pay tribute. Reporter Melissa Lamb is at the National War Memorial and joins us now with details. Melissa.
Well, Annette, right now, crews are on scene here at the National War Memorial getting set for the special wreath-laying ceremony that will start at 10 o'clock this morning. The cadets are still here. They're wrapping up their overnight vigil. They'll be here until 9 o'clock this morning. Now, this vigil by the cadets was arranged by the youth, for the youth, and their captain says that it's important that these young kids remember what happened 95 years ago today.
It's important for these cadets to do this because it demonstrates that they have an understanding of what the men and women of our Canadian forces have done in the past in order to get them to where they are today in the future.
And this special wreath-laying ceremony will start at 10 a.m. sharp, and everyone is invited to come down and take part. And coming up next half hour, we'll speak to some cadets and get their thoughts on why they feel it was important to take part in this very special ceremony here today. Annette?
Okay, thanks, Melissa Lamb at the National War Memorial. OC Transpo workers will vote on their new contract tomorrow, and if it passes, that will eliminate the possibility of a bus strike for at least 4 years. The latest contract includes a more than 8% pay raise over the next 4 years and gives the union more control over scheduling. If the union approves the contract, Ottawa City Council will then have the opportunity to ratify the deal. Well wishes are pouring in for an Ottawa woman recovering from a double lung transplant. Helen Campbell had surgery on Friday. She was in a medically induced coma but regained consciousness yesterday. According to her Twitter account, she was communicating with family and was doing some leg exercises. Her campaign to raise awareness about organ donation captured the attention of several big names who used social media to spread her message. Well, researchers at the University of Ottawa are taking a closer look at how texting is changing the English language, and they say it's not all bad. Text for Science will look at how Canadians stay in touch by texting. While many argue that texting has ruined young people's ability to spell, researchers say it's actually made people more creative because they have to communicate under tight constraints. The University of Ottawa is working with the University of Montreal and Simon Fraser University on the project. Pakistani army officials and rescue crews are searching for survivors after a massive avalanche buried a military complex in Kashmir. About 25 meters of snow is covering the buildings. The army has started digging using the help of sniffer dogs and heavy machinery. At least 135 people are missing and thought to be buried under the snow. The avalanche highlights the risks of deploying troops to one of the most inhospitable places on Earth. Well, keep in mind that this is Easter Monday, so not everything will be operating as it usually does. City Hall is closed today, so are the city's client service centers and libraries. There's no garbage or recycling pickup today. That's all going to be pushed back one day all week long. If you take the bus, OC Transpo will have some schedule reductions today, so you can check online for that. City pools, arenas and fitness centers are open, as well as some LCBO stores. Well, many people spent Easter Sunday going to church or having dinner with their family. In San Francisco, they spent it taking part in the Bring Your Own Big Wheel race. Hundreds of people take to the city's famously steep and winding streets to barrel downhill on big plastic wheels. It's an Easter tradition for area residents who arrive for the race, of course, in full costume. The event lasts 2 hours and it's free to take part. The tradition started back into the year 2000 and has become a cultural phenomenon.